Eli Manning has two of the most famous Super Bowl victories in NFL history and ranks in the top 10 in career passing yards, completions, and touchdown passes. That's a Hall of Fame application that passes first time, right? Well, we'll find out soon enough, as the New York Giants legend is one of 16 new players to be nominated for the 2025 class. While that resume may seem like a no-brainer, there are plenty out there that believe Manning isn't worthy of a bust. In this video, we are going to weigh up the arguments for and against. Join us as we dive into one of the most confusing careers of all time. This video is powered by BetUS, our sponsor all season long for Touchdown Kingdom. Don't miss out on their limited time offer of a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on the next two. This is up to $2,000 and can be accessed with the code YouTube150. Born with football in his veins, Eli Manning boasts an NFL lineage of greatness. His father, Archie Manning, played 14 years in the NFL and threw 125 touchdowns. His brother, Peyton Manning, is one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, winning 2 Super Bowls and 5 MVP awards. And finally, his nephew, Arch Manning, is an exciting young quarterback for the Texas Longhorns and a top NFL prospect to watch for in the future. His career in the NFL has been one of constant debate. With 2 Super Bowl victories and numerous memorable highlights, Manning left an indelible mark on the league and the New York Giants. However, his career statistics and regular season performances have raised questions about his consistency and overall greatness. First, let's start with the case for his inclusion. Eli Manning's most compelling argument for Hall of Fame induction is his success in the postseason, particularly his performances in the Super Bowl, where he is 2-0 versus the GOAT, Tom Brady. With a little bit of luck, Manning led the heavy underdog New York Giants to Super Bowl victories against the New England Patriots in 2007 and 2011. These wins are significant because they came against arguably the greatest dynasty in NFL history, led by Bill Belichick, and in both instances, the games were expected to be blowouts. Let's start with Super Bowl XLII. In what is considered one of the greatest upsets in sports history, Manning led the Giants to a 17-14 victory over the undefeated Patriots. The Patriots were vying to be only the second undefeated team in NFL history, next to the famed 1972 Miami Dolphins. Their 16-0 regular season record was highlighted by Tom Brady posting a then-record 50 touchdown passes, with Randy Moss catching 23 of them, also a record. The Patriots entered the Super Bowl after convincing wins against the Jaguars and Chargers, who both had better records than the Giants. Furthermore, each of their quarterbacks, David Garrard and Phillip Rivers, had posted quarterback ratings in the 80s, which were better than Manning's 73.9. Manning also led the NFL with 20 interceptions. With the Patriots having the 4th-ranked defense, the Super Bowl was supposed to be one of the easier wins for Brady's dominant Patriots. The Giants roster did at least benefit from the presence of Justin Tuck, who had 10 sacks, Osi Umenyiora, who had 13 sacks, and Michael Strahan, who had 9. None of these gamers were going to be taken lightly. They stifled Brady for much of the game, holding him to only 1 touchdown while getting 5 sacks. The lesser-known David Tyree, who had 5 targets and 4 receptions during the regular season, would go on to have the game of his life, catching 3 passes for 43 yards, including the momentum-shifting and essentially game-sealing helmet catch. With the Giants down 10-14 and 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the game, Manning evaded defenders, rolled right, and slung it downfield. Tyree, with the football gods on his side, somehow managed to outmuscle the defender and catch the ball by pressing it against his helmet as he fell backwards. This put the Giants on the Patriots' 24-yard line, proving to be a pivotal moment in Manning's dramatic game-winning drive. Just a few moments later, that drive was capped off by a touchdown pass to Plaxico Burress, putting the Giants up for good. It was elite quarterbacking under intense pressure, earning Manning the prestigious Super Bowl MVP award. Perhaps the Patriots, with the high expectation of winning, came in bored and ill-prepared. Manning wasn't exactly electrifying, throwing for a decent 255 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Even with the remarkable catch by Tyree, it was Manning's ability to keep his composure and deliver in the clutch that made Super Bowl XLII a forever classic. Let's talk about some sports betting. My go-to for that is BetUS. Once you're in, you'll easily find all the pregame markets, parlays, and prop bets that you need. You'll even get 10% back on your net losses twice a year. So let's win some money. If I want to bet on some division winners, I just click on the football tab, scroll down to the NFL divisions tab, then find the bet I like. I am going to go for Aaron Rodgers' Jets to win the AFC East. So click on the number and specify your wager. $50 sounds good. Then click place my bets, click confirm, and there you go. Pretty easy, right? Enjoy a limited time offer of a 150% sign up bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on the next two. This is up to $2,000 and can be accessed with the code YouTube150. His next big moment came 4 years later in Super Bowl 46, with Brady out to avenge the 2007 Super Bowl loss. As expected, the Patriots were favored. But there was something ominous about the meeting considering what had happened last time, with Manning overcoming all odds to defeat the undefeated, talented Patriots. Did Manning simply have Brady's number? Heading into the big game, the Giants had the 25th ranked defense, only a 9-7 regular season record, and Manning was amongst the league leaders with 16 interceptions. He did, however, lead the NFL with 6 game-winning drives. Manning saved his best for the last game of the season, and this time, there was no miracle helmet catch needed to save the day for the Giants. Manning's 38-yard completion to Mario Manningham on the final drive is one of the most iconic plays in Super Bowl history, once again demonstrating his ability to deliver in the clutch moments, outdueling the GOAT while leading the Giants to a 21-17 victory. Thanks to the impressive game-winning drive, Manning added another Super Bowl MVP to his growing list of accolades. At this point, Manning has played 8 years in the NFL, has a 69-50 record, 185 touchdowns, 129 interceptions, a modest QB rating of 82.1, and 2 Super Bowl victories against Brady and Belichick, including defeating the undefeated Patriots. If he retires here, he is a lock to make the Hall of Fame. Manning's durability and consistency over his 16-year career with only the Giants is noteworthy. His Iron Man streak includes starting 210 consecutive games from 2004 to 2017, which is the 3rd longest streak for a quarterback in NFL history. Manning never missed a game due to injury, playing in 236 regular season games and amassing over 57,000 passing yards, which ranks 8th all time. Manning's reputation as a clutch performer is well earned. He ranks among the all-time leaders in game-winning drives with 37 and fourth-quarter comebacks with 27. This ability to perform under pressure, especially in high-stakes games, is a hallmark of Hall of Fame quarterbacks. He also ranks in the top 10 in several key passing categories, including 8th all-time for passing yards with 57,023, 9th for touchdowns with 366, and 7th for completions with 4,895. Manning is one of 6 quarterbacks with at least 100 victories and 2 Super Bowl triumphs with the same team, joining Terry Bradshaw, Brady, John Elway, Joe Montana, and Ben Roethlisberger. That sounds like a Hall of Fame quarterback to me. But let's hear the case against putting him in before we make up our mind. The main argument against Eli Manning's Hall of Fame candidacy is that his postseason miracles were one-offs and didn't follow the trend of his entire career. His legacy of owning Brady in the postseason is undeniable, but his other standout moments are far-fetched and his overall record is underwhelming. Sure, the Giants beat the Patriots and Manning was clutch when it counted, but in a game of inches, luck always helps. And if Tyree moved his helmet slightly left or right, the football touches the turf, and it's an incomplete pass. What would his legacy be then? Manning's regular season win-loss record stands at 117 and 117, which is mediocre for a Hall of Fame quarterback, and he led the NFL in interceptions 3 times, in 2007, 2010, and 2013. After winning the Super Bowl in 2011, Manning played another 8 seasons, posting a 48-67 record with an 86.0 quarterback rating and 181 touchdowns versus 115 interceptions. When the Giants drafted highlight reel playmaker Odell Beckham Jr. in 2014, Manning posted back-to-back seasons of 30-plus touchdowns, but could not translate these to wins, with the Giants finishing the next 2 seasons with records of 6-10 and not making the playoffs. There was also never an intimidation factor for Manning, as he has 8 seasons where he led only 1 fourth-quarter comeback. While playing with dynamic wide receivers including Odell Beckham Jr., Hakeem Nicks, Victor Cruz, and Plaxico Burress, Beckham Jr. is the only one to record a 100-plus catch season. Overall, he threw 244 interceptions, which is the 12th most in NFL history, and his 411 sacks conceded are the 14th most in NFL history. Following the second remarkable Super Bowl success, the Giants only made the playoffs once more, where they were blown out 13-38 against the Green Bay Packers. On top of this, he never won an MVP award and was selected to only 4 Pro Bowls in his 16-year career. When it comes to the 2 Super Bowl wins, many will argue that it is actually the Giants' defense that the fans should be thanking for the victory, or that Brady simply wasn't at his best. It would be wrong to completely disregard Manning's play, but he is just one miracle helmet catch and Mario Manningham touchdown away from coming up empty. Advanced metrics and efficiency stats offer a more nuanced view of a quarterback's performance. In many of these categories, Manning's numbers are still pedestrian at best. His career passer rating is 84.1, which ranks 65th all-time according to Pro Football Reference, behind plenty of quarterbacks not in the Hall of Fame. He also holds an underwhelming completion rate of 60.3%, which ranks 63rd all-time. When comparing Manning to his contemporaries, his career does not stack up favorably. No one is picking him over legends such as Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Aaron Rodgers. He is also way off his older brother Peyton, who has 5 MVP awards and 2 Super Bowl titles with significantly better regular season statistics. Brees leads in many all-time passing categories and was consistently among the top quarterbacks in his era. Rodgers boasts multiple MVP awards and is known for his exceptional efficiency and touchdown to interception ratio. He's also still playing and could add to his hardware by leading the New York Jets to a title in 2024. Eli Manning does have the same number of Super Bowl wins as older brother Peyton, and more than both Brees and Rodgers, but with a 500 regular season win-loss record, he is nowhere near the same class as them. Manning's contemporaries dominated games where they would be the entire focal point of a team's offense, while the same cannot be said about Manning. He benefited significantly from strong team performances, particularly on defense. The Giants' Super Bowl wins were marked by exceptional defensive moments, which arguably played a more crucial role than Manning. The Giants' defense in 2007 was ranked among the best, particularly in the playoffs, where they held an undefeated Brady and the Patriots' high-powered offense to just 14 points. Similarly, the 2011 Giants' defense stepped up during the playoffs, making key plays and holding opponents to manageable scores. So, there are both sides of the argument. Eli Manning's Hall of Fame candidacy is highlighted by his 2 Super Bowl victories over the Patriots, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, clutch drives, and impressive career longevity. His ability to perform under pressure and deliver in the biggest moments suggests he should be in the conversation with Rodgers, Brees, and others. However, his average regular season performance and lack of individual accolades paint a less flattering picture. While Manning had peaks, his overall career is marked by too many run-of-the-mill valleys to warrant a place in the Hall of Fame. The inability to build a winner around the supreme talent of Odell Beckham Jr. is another dent against Manning's career. Ultimately, the decision will come down to how the Hall of Fame voters weigh postseason success against regular season consistency. Manning's career is a unique case that challenges traditional metrics of greatness, making his Hall of Fame debate a fascinating discussion for football fans and analysts alike. Perhaps we will be talking about Manning along the lines of Jim Plunkett as the only quarterbacks in NFL history to win 2 Super Bowls and not make it to the Hall of Fame. Whether he is enshrined or not, Eli Manning's legacy in the NFL is secured as one of the most memorable and debated quarterbacks of his era. Do you think he's worthy of a bust in Canton? Let us know in the comments. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video. Once again, if you'd like to sign up for BetUS, use the promo code YouTube150.